Welcome in another important video in ReactJS course. In this video we will learn about what is virtual DOM. But before we start with virtual DOM, let's understand what is our end goal and how we are going to achieve it. So our end goal is to create website which will take less time in loading and it will take less time to update some content inside the website. And this is what everyone who is creating website trying to achieve it. So website loading time is dependent on lot of different factors. So it starts from what type of code you write and it ends on which type of browser you use. So being a developer, we can certainly control which technology we use for development and how this technology is helping us to create optimized website. Well, website loading time is really important nowadays because it also helps websites in search engine point of view. So if you want to create search engine optimized websites, it should take minimum time to get load, otherwise your website will not be able to rank properly. So now website loading time certainly improves bounce rate as well. Now bounce rate is one of the major factor that Google use for ranking any particular website. So if you improve website loading time, it's gonna help you in many different ways. Now we understood what is our end goal. So now let's think about how we're gonna achieve it. Let's get back to virtual DOM again. So virtual DOM name, you can relate this word with virtual reality. In virtual reality, we use device to see something that doesn't really exist in real world. In the same way, we cannot even see virtual DOM. So now let's understand what is virtual DOM. So DOM is nothing but document object model. Whenever we load any content on web browsers, that is nothing but document object model. And if you want to manipulate that document object model, if you want to update anything inside of it, then you require scripting languages such as JavaScript. We can update DOM by using JavaScript also and using jQuery also. But majority of time that any website takes is while loading. So if you're able to load website faster, that will be really good. So now let's take an example of social media. Social media platforms such as Facebook, they require us to update some data so often. So now in that case, if they use libraries such as jQuery or even vanilla JavaScript or maybe even vanilla script, that is not the good solution. Now inside the Facebook, there are a lot of different types of user interface components. Now some of the component doesn't require updates. If someone shared the post, only post related components needs to change. Rest of all components should remain there as it is, but that feature is not available with jQuery and JavaScript because JavaScript normally cannot check whether the DOM requires updation or not. Even if there is no updates, JavaScript will update component. But instead of that, if we use virtual DOM, so virtual DOM basically holds the information of previously updated components. So now once you have data related to previously updated components, you can use that data and compare it with latest updates. If any particular user interface doesn't require updates, you can simply skip it. Whichever the user interface requires updates, you can simply update that part of user interface. Now with this way, we will certainly able to save some time to update user interface because most of the time websites spend is UI update. So if we able to save some time in user interface update, it will certainly help us improving loading time of our website, and that's what we exactly want. So now let's understand how this virtual DOM works. So whenever we load a website for the first time, virtual DOM save that update inside one virtual variable. That's what we call virtual DOM. And now as soon as we update anything inside the website, ReactJS compares that recent update with virtual DOM, and whichever the elements require update, that only gets updated and rest of the UI remains untouched. This is how virtual DOM works, and this process is called as reconciliation in ReactJS. So reconciliation has its own methods to identify whether that user interface needs updates or not. We will see that entire algorithm for the reconciliation in our upcoming videos. But for now, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.